Remember when Dan Houser left Rockstar Games? Well, it seems like Lazlow Jones has done the same. But unlike Dan Houser, he actually provided an explanation. Now before I get into that, I'm just gonna give a quick rundown on who Lazlow is. Because outside of telling you about why he's leaving, I think it's appropriate to take a moment to appreciate just how much he's done for Rockstar Games. And of course, there are some people out there who don't know much or maybe even anything about him. So Lazlow Jones first joined Rockstar Games back in around 2001 to 2002. Lazlow, Dan Houser, and Sam Houser wrote the scripts for all the radio stations in GTA 3. Being a real-life radio personality, he also played the role of a radio DJ on Chatterbox, kinda like a parody of himself. He continued working for Rockstar Games and once again appeared as a radio DJ in Vice City's V-Rock. Lazlow has been active behind the scenes of almost every single Rockstar game to be released, mostly as part of the production team, writing pedestrian dialogue, radio dialogue, and adverts, directing voiceovers, sometimes voice acting himself, etc, etc. This person has been very f***ing influential when it comes to Rockstar Games. He even appeared in GTA 5 as a goofy, washed-up has-been.
Look, I'm just a dumb A-list celebrity trying to entertain America, okay?
It's kind of amazing how much this guy has contributed to the games that I and many of you know and love. Being a writer and a radio personality, he has obviously had a huge influence on the comedic aspect of almost every single installment in the Grand Theft Auto series. It even goes to the extent that a real-life friend of his, Cousin Ed, also made an appearance in Vice City and Vice City Stories.
Yeah, The Rock makes it feel so good.
I'm touching myself.
Speaking of, after losing a pinky, I finally mastered my butterfly knife, which is the pinnacle of reckless living. My face and roast beef!
The pinnacle of reckless living is a butterfly knife?
Yeah, or in your case, it's probably staying up until 10 on a school night. Knives are cool. Rock is cool. Cousin Ed is cool. Lazlow sucks. I love sluts!
And by the way, here's something that I had no idea of prior to making this video. Lazlow actually has a police department database record in GTA 4. I know it's not a huge thing, but you know, stuff like this. There's a lot of small details that poke fun of him and exaggerate his personality. It's a recurring joke that I actually think works well the longer you do it, because it just keeps getting worse. You know, compare Grand Theft Auto 3 Lazlow to Grand Theft Auto 5 Lazlow, and you know what I mean.
Alright, we're back here on Chatterbox, the radio show that never gets old. I'm Lazlow with open ears and a closed mind. Hello, you're on the air. What's your name?
I wanted to talk about spanking.
Oh God, not another one.
I'm an addict, alright? And I've relapsed. I can't stop jacking, dude. I jack it in traffic.
It's like a steep downhill decline in success. But in reality, he's actually a nice person and someone who's very talented. And I think having multiple huge video games that, you know, millions of people are gonna play and see, having those games poke fun at you constantly, you do need a good sense of humor to be fine with that. The point I'm getting at is that Lazlow is someone that I, and I'm sure many of you, have a lot of respect for. And I think the explanation for his departure from Rockstar Games is probably gonna make a lot of you respect him even more. Not for his work, but as a person. So here's what he said. Getting off a plane from New Zealand in 2018, I received a phone call that changed the direction of my life. It was my sister informing me she has accelerated cancer. Shortly thereafter, my father had a diagnosis as well, and then my mother had heart surgery. I became the primary caregiver for my sister and spent hours each week in chemo wards, navigating healthcare insurance drama, insane expenses, late-night emergency room trips, cooking, cleaning, cursing, nursing, and attempting to help a person to keep trying, even as they know they are dying. It is beyond stressful. During the journey, I transferred her to Memorial Sloan Kettering, which is rated as one of the top 2 cancer hospitals in the country. The staff, care, and technology at MSK is incredible. Last year, during intense chemo, she said she wanted to go to Norway before she died. So I booked plane tickets and took a very sick girl on the trip of her dreams. When the pandemic hit, it made the situation radically difficult and even more onerous in caring for someone with cancer. But it exposed and strengthened a lot of solidarity among friends, family, and neighbors you used to barely speak to as people rallied to fight an unseen enemy, look after each other, and unite to get through an insanely stressful and challenging time. Journeys begin and end, and this one is nearing the end. Fortunately, I've had a lot of love and support from friends through this. Hopefully, you can reach out and be kind to a friend or stranger, as it makes all the difference in the world, as we don't know how long we'll be in it. Lazlow, on the off chance you see this video, I wish you and your family the best. You know, things like these are never easy. I mean, you know, that's self-evident. You don't need me to tell you that. But I do think the fact that you're taking so much care of the people you love speaks volumes. It's difficult, you know, there's a lot of uncertainty going on, even outside of the medical situation your family has. Taking care of people at a time like this, with circumstances as those you've described, it takes character. It takes a good person to do that. So the point of this video is, I applaud you for what you've done for Rockstar Games, and I applaud you for your kindness. The community has always had a tremendous level of respect for you, so you leaving is not gonna change that at all. In fact, given your explanation, I know that a lot of people respect you, and I know a lot of people are also gonna miss you. So again, I wish you the best. Take care.